Hey guys, this is Leah with Scott Leroy Marketing, and in today's tip video, I'm going to show you how you can add your admin or transaction coordinator to receive a notification when a form is signed in DocuSign. So maybe you want your transaction coordinator or admin to receive a notification when the form is fully executed so they can go ahead and proceed with the next steps of what they handle for the process for you. Okay, this would be a great way to automate that. So first things first, right, I have my DocuSign room created, and you'll of course need to have your forms added in your DocuSign room that you want to send off. If you're not sure how to do that, I'll go ahead and link the DocuSign 20-minute overview in the description of this YouTube video below. So if you need to know how to do a transaction in Command and create a DocuSign room, add your forms and so forth, I'll include the basics below. All right, but you will want to go ahead and click on Add. Right, I'm in the Documents section of my DocuSign room. Okay, so I'm logged into realestate.docusign.com in my DocuSign room, and I can go ahead and click Add. And I can add those DocuSign forms to add interactive forms, or I can add PDFs from my computer as well. Once those are added in, you can go ahead and click on the form to open that up to start editing it. Right, and once you edit it, right, so as far as editing goes, you'll simply click on the fields to go about editing it. One thing to note on these DocuSign interactive forms is you won't see the initial boxes until after we bring the form into the envelope, it's called. Right, but you can click to go ahead and fill out all the fields, and just make sure if you changed anything that you always click to save and close it first before we take it to the next step of bringing it into the envelope and getting that DocuSigned. All right, so again, if you changed anything here, make sure to click save and close, and then click on the form again to open it up. That is a necessary step. And then on the top right, let's go ahead and click on the document actions, and we'll click on DocuSign to pull that over into an envelope. Guys, of course, I know that wasn't really enough information or nearly enough time to fill out a form, right? That video below in the YouTube description will definitely help guide you if you're new to the DocuSign basics. Okay, but this tip video, I'm going to show you how to add your transaction coordinator or admin. So again, we're looking at the form and we click on Document Actions on the top right. And we want to go ahead and select the DocuSign option from that list. That will pull you over into the envelope. So it pulls the form into the envelope. And if an envelope, that concept is new to you, think of this like snail mail, right? We went ahead and filled out our form, and now we're taking an envelope, stuffing the form in it. And all we need to do is go ahead and add our recipients. So where it says add recipient, go ahead and click there. And if this is an interactive form, meaning you could just type in the form to fill it out, you'll have the pre-tagged roles option, so go ahead and click on that. So add recipient, and we did pre-tagged roles. That's the one I would recommend for your interactive forms to be able to add your clients to this list. So I can go ahead and add my clients from this drop-down because I have my clients added in the details of my DocuSign room. Okay, so on your DocuSign room toolbar, in the details section, that first tab, I have my clients added in, and that's why they're showing up from this list. And I can go ahead and click Add Selected. Of course, if it's a form you need to sign, you can add yourself as well. And so this is where it really gets interesting. So you'll notice on the left-hand side, we have these ones. What I can do, all right, so what this means is all of these clients will receive the form at the same exact time. If I change one of these to a 2, that person wouldn't receive the form until after the people marked as a 1 have completed their task of needing to sign it or even just needing to view it, okay, whatever task you assign to them. So in this case, let's say I want to add my transaction coordinator or my admin. So I can go ahead and click Add Recipient. And I can go ahead and add my admin by email address. Now, if you are on a team, if you're on a team in KW Command, you can add your admin to your DocuSign room when you go to create the opportunity and you go to create the room initially. I'll also link the YouTube video on that tip below. If you did that, right, if you shared this room with your admin that way, you can go ahead and possibly click room participants to view your admin, their contact info from that list easily. But either way, guys, either way, you can always add them by email address. So I'm selecting that bottom add option in this case. So when in doubt, just go ahead and click on the email address option. And then we can go ahead and put in their full name. So let's say this is my transaction coordinator. So I'm adding Tammy Transactions and her email address. And this is the important part though. So on the side here, we want to change that to a 2. So she will only receive that once everyone marked as a 1 has completed their task of signing or viewing it. Okay. So in this case, I don't need my transaction coordinator to sign it, of course, or my admin. So I'm going to go ahead and change that from needs to sign. She just needs to view it or receive a copy of it. Okay, so in this case, I want her to receive a copy once it's been signed by all parties marked as a 1. And I can go ahead and click Next on the top right. All right, so again, the most important thing that you do here is on the left-hand side, make sure to designate your admin or your TC as a 2, right? So they'll receive that after everyone marked as a 1 completes their task. And make sure that you change this from needs to sign because your transaction coordinator will not need to sign, right? And you can change that to receives a copy or needs to view. Right, it's also helpful maybe if it's a younger couple you're representing and the parents want to receive a copy after they sign it, or even before, that works as well. And you can click Next on the top right. Now in this next stage, you in theory can add any fields that you want to on the left-hand side. So it'll give you those options. But since it was an interactive form, meaning I could just type in the fields at the beginning, I don't really need to do anything. And now this is where I see those initial boxes that are automatically dropped on the form. And I see on the top left, just something to note that's different than dot loop. You do see the different colors here, which correlates to the color of the initial box here. So I know that's set up correctly. I know my clients will be able to sign. And then once I click Send on the top right, that will send to all parties marked as a 1 in the envelope first. And then once all of those parties sign, my transaction coordinator will receive a copy. All right, guys, if you have any questions on that, please do not hesitate to let us know. Support@scottleroymarketing.com. I'd be happy to help you with this new tip. All right, guys, have a great one.